So we're gonna do a bit of neck stuff and wrists, and then we're gonna do core and back. So kind of a little bit of everything going on here today, because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I just like, I'll just do everything. And then I think Olivia has some good stretching stuff for us to do. So I'm just sitting on my knees. You can kind of sit however is comfortable. And then first we're just going to look over one shoulder. Make sure you're sitting super tall, and then you're just looking over one side. And then you're gonna switch. Then you're going to do ear to shoulder. So you're just gonna look straight ahead and then just drop your head down. And then come back up to neutral, and then do the other side. Good, and then now we're going to look 45 degrees to the left, and then you're going to look down towards your armpit, and you should feel it right back here along the back of your neck and kind of by your shoulder. Oftentimes you forget to stretch your neck, and then when you do stretches like this, you're like, oh my god, I have a huge knot in my neck. So we'll do the other side. So you look 45 degrees, and then you look down towards your armpit. And sometimes we also forget the relationship that our neck, shoulders, and back have. I like a bunch of times when my shoulder was like super bad, part of it was because my neck was so tight from trying to like hold my shoulder together in place and just like overcompensating from my lack of shoulder mobility. So it made my neck super tight. Okay, now we're gonna look the same 45-degree angle, but we're gonna look up this time, as high as you can or whatever's comfortable. And this stretches everything that's here on the front of your neck, which also gets forgotten a lot. And then back down, and then the other side. So you're looking a little 45 degrees, and then you're looking up. And then back down. Now we're going to look down to the ground, and then you're just going to tip your ear to your shoulder while still looking down. And then come back up to neutral. And then we're going to look down and then tip your ear just a little to the side. Good. Now this one is kind of a weird one. It's like for posture. So you're going to stay sitting the way you are. And then you're just going to, it's not like pulling it back so far that you have a double chin, but you're just retracting your neck back. And you're going to hold it for like 5 seconds. And then you're going to come back to, I guess, neutral. It's kind of hard to explain that one. It's also kind of hard to watch. Make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, so you're just going to come back to kind of this position. It's a very small movement. It's good for your posture because oftentimes you're like this or like this, hunched over. So when you sit up tall and then you just pull it back, just kind of like doing the opposite of that movement. And then you just hold it there for 5 seconds. Then you come back. So we'll do 3 more of those. And try to relax your shoulders when you do this one as well, because sometimes people have a tendency to round up their shoulders as they pull their neck back. So just relax everything. And then last one. Good. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Get everything nice and loose back there. And then switch direction. Good, and then you're gonna take one arm and pull it across. And then you don't want your shoulder to be up like this. You want to pull it down so you have a nice long neck, and then look over your shoulder. And then release, and then do the same thing. Pull the arm across, roll that shoulder back so you have a nice long neck, and then look over your shoulder. We'll do that one after because you can't stand up. Actually, we'll stand up. Indecisive. Okay, so now you're gonna put one hand on your head. Just kind of that angle. And then keep that as wide open so your elbow's not in towards your face. You want it to be as wide out as possible. Then you're gonna put your hand on your side, and then you're just gonna lean down. You should feel the stretch here in your lats. And if you need more of a stretch, you can hike your shoulder up high as you can, and then lean down into it. If you need a deeper stretch. And then come back up to center, and switch sides. Make sure that your elbow's not in towards your face, you're keeping it out. Then pull that shoulder up if you need more of a stretch, and then lean down. Good. Now you're going to lock your fingers together and turn them inside out. And you're going to push an imaginary wall away from you, and then you want to round out your back. Good, and then release. Now you're going to put your hands out, I guess this kind of wide, very not too high, but not by your side, kind of like in the middle. Then your palms are going to be facing forwards, and then you're just going to pull everything back behind you, like this. And you want to make sure your shoulders aren't up like this. You want them relaxed. Good, shake it out. Okay, now we're going to do, we're moving on to our wrist stuff. So you can see it again if you want. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up our wrists. So we're going to do, I call them like wrist ABCs. So you're going to like, you probably know what's coming. You're going to hold your hands here like this, and you're just going to move your wrists and write out the alphabet like this. I don't want this because then it's like your arm doing the work instead of just isolating the wrist joint. So just glue your arms to the side and relax them, don't hold it too tight. Then we're just going to do the alphabet at your own pace. Yeah, so I hope, I always have to sing the song in my head because I always forget the letters. Good, and then shake out your hands. Once you got that done, shake, 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 shake. Okay, now we're going to do something called thumb opposition. So I'm going to bring my hands up super close so you can see what we're doing. I learned a lot of the stuff that we're doing today at work, so I can't take credit for a lot of the stuff we're doing. So you're just taking your thumb and then you're crossing it over to your pinky like this, and then you're bringing it back out. So we're gonna do that 5 times. So it's just there, hold for like 2 seconds, and back. Good. 4 and 5. Good. And shake your hand. We'll do that again in a minute, but we're just going to do that other one first. These ones are thumb deviations. So you're going to pretend you're giving a thumbs up, but then you're going to extend your fingers. And then you're going to, hold on, I need to do this one first. Yeah. So then you're going to just lay your thumbs on the top of your hand, and then you're just going to point your wrists down. So it's like this. So you flex your thumbs, bring them back in, point your wrists down. And I don't want the elbows to go like that. You want them to stay where they are. So thumbs in, down, and back. So we'll do that 5 times. Just go at your own pace. And 5. Okay, now we're going to do the thumb one again where we touch our pinky. So do 5. Good, and then we'll do the thumb one again. We'll do that 5 times. And then this one's kind of hard to see. Last one. Good, and shake out your wrists. Okay, now we're going to do Pronation Supination. So you're going to hold your hands up straight like this. And then you're just turning your wrists over like this. So we'll do that 10 times. Good, and then now we're going to do wrist deviations. So you're just turning your wrists in and then out, in and out. And we'll do that 5 times. Good. Shake, shake, shake. I find it hard to do a bunch of, not hard, but my wrists get tired. Okay, now we're gonna do Pronation Supination again. So up and then down. Try not to move your arms too much. So you're just rotating your wrists. Maybe 10 times. Good. And then we'll do these ones again as well. 5. Good. Now we're gonna do, see, I wanted to do a bunch of wrist stuff because we obviously haven't done a lot, well, I haven't done a lot of hanging, so my grip strength is not as good as it used to be. So it's good to just isolate one part of the body sometimes and just work on that. So now we're going to hold our, like this, I'm just holding it close to my body. And then you're just going to take your wrists and then you're just going to squeeze them as hard as you can together. And we're going to do that for 5 seconds. So get your fists ready and then we're going to squeeze for 5 as hard as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to hold our hands straight out like this. And then we're going to squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Then we're going to come out a T. And then we're going to do the same thing. Make your fists squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. and then don't release, and rotate your hands up, and then squeeze, squeeze, and release. Good. Then the last one, we're going to come up, raise our arms above our head, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake out your wrists. So now we're going to stretch our wrists. We're going to do this one first. So just pulling your fingers towards your face with a straight arm. And switch. And then you're going to point your fingers down to the ground and then pull your fingers in towards you. And then switch. And then plant your wrists on the ground. And let's do 10 wrist circles. 5 in one way, 5 in the other. Good. Now we're going to move into our core circuit. I'll show you the exercises first. So the first one is a plank. We all know what that is, I'm pretty sure. So you can do your elbow plank or high plank, whatever is comfortable for you. And the next one is a lemon squeezer. That's just what I call it. I don't know if that's actually what's called. So you're going to go into a banana and then come out and put your knees into your chest. That's what that looks like. Then we're going to do, I call them straddle lemon squeezers. I don't know if that's what they're actually called. You're going to go like this and come up into a V-sit. Go in your straddle, come back up and then down. So it's V-sit like this. Then back down, and then we're going to do 5 V-sits. So that's what that looks like. And then we're doing kind of like a running sit-up, except with a twist. So you bring your opposite elbow to the opposite leg, so you're twisting. Then you're going to hold that position for 3 seconds, and then you come back down. And then you twist, and then you hold for 3, and come back down. And then the last one is Russian twist. So you're keeping your neck straight. Then you take your feet off the ground, and then you're just twisting your core or thoracic region. And then we'll take a break, and then we'll repeat that whole circuit. So the first time, we're just doing a 20-second plank and 5 of everything. And then the second time, we'll do 40-second and 10 of everything. Okay, so plank is first. Let's get out the timer. We're just doing 20 seconds for that. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. I like elbow plank better than high plank, but you can do whatever you want. And then after the plank, the first exercise is the lemon squeezers. So that's when you're bringing your knees into your chest. And 3 seconds left. Good, stop. Okay, so now we're doing 5 lemon squeezers. So you can just do them at your own pace. Then we get that done, we're doing the V-sit straddle ones. I don't know what to call them. They open to your straddle, and so do 5. Then when you're done that, you're just doing 5 V-sits. Then you're doing the cross sit-up hold, kind of like, I call them running sit-ups. So you're going opposite elbow to knee, and then hold 3, 2, 1, and down. and up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't know if that's 5, so I'm just gonna do one more. And down. The next one is just 5 Russian twists. Then we'll get a 20-second break. Good. If you need to do a seal stretch at the core, you can. Always feels nice after you just did some core. Then we'll do the whole thing again, except it's gonna be longer this time. It's a bit of fun. Ate a lot of cookies today and I can really feel it. Okay. I'll get the timer set up here. So now we're going for 40 seconds. If you want to change the type of plank you did, feel more than welcome to. But I'm just going to do the elbow one again. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, plank. Remember, squeeze your bum, engage your core. If you need a challenge, you can try rocking front and back or doing hip dips like this. Or you can just hold it static. And we're halfway there. Ten seconds left. Five seconds. And come down. Good job. So first up, 10 lemon squeezers. This one's gonna burn. And when you get that done, we're doing 10 V straddle V sit-ups. It's probably a bit mean because 5 definitely burn, but we're going for it. Ooh, those were hard. All right, now 10 V-sits, which isn't gonna be a picnic, but sometimes I don't realize how hard things are until I actually do them. Whew, it's okay. The cores will appreciate it. Okay, 10 V-sits. Okay, good. Good job, everyone. You're killing it. Now we're gonna do the twist and hold one. That probably made no sense. So this one, we go opposite and hold for 3 and come down, and we're doing 10. Good. And then we'll do our Russian twists. And then we're gonna cut the back stuff because I didn't realize how long this is gonna take, and we're gonna give it to Olivia. Okay, 10 Russian twists, then you get a break. And go. And good job, everyone. And I'll throw it over to Olivia.
So I'm gonna focus mostly on splits, right, left, and center. So we're gonna start with just some good old classic leg kicks. We'll do 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds flex, 30 seconds flex, and then 30 seconds on each side. So start with just lying down. You can do whichever leg you want, toe pointed first. Let me get my timer ready. And we will start in 3, 2, 1. Good, and now you're gonna switch legs, toe pointed. Good, and we're gonna go back to our other leg now, but foot flexed. Try to make sure you keep both hips on the ground so you're not like lifting one up as you kick. And also try to keep your bottom leg as straight as possible. Or you can like bend it all the way up, but just don't have it like half straight, half bent. And switch, other leg flexed. Perfect, and you're gonna roll over onto either side. We're gonna do 15 seconds pointed, 15 seconds flexed here. So for this one, I bend my bottom leg and keep my top leg straight. I'm gonna start pointed. I'm gonna do 15 seconds. And then you're gonna flex that foot and keep going. Perfect, and we're gonna roll around to our other side. And toe pointed. And then flex that foot. And relax. Good job. And shake your legs out. Okay, now we're gonna stand up and we're gonna do lunges. So first we're gonna do 30 seconds alternating backwards, like so, and then we'll do 30 seconds alternating forwards. So this feel a little different, back versus forward. Ready, set, go. I feel like Cheryl always has really interesting things to say while we're in the middle of things. You're good at like talking through it all. we're gonna switch to forward. Ten more seconds. And relax. All right, last one for the lunges. You're gonna lunge to the side, come back, and lunge to the other side. And back with this one for 30 seconds. Ready, set, go. And relax. Good job. All right, so now you're going to do my bad leg first. You can put whichever leg you prefer in front. I'm going to put my least favorite leg in front into like, I call it like an L stand. So I'm just standing one foot in front of the other, but trying to keep my hips super square. And then you're going to lean forward here. Good. And then if you can, lift your back leg up off the ground and glue your knees together. And then lower that bent leg's knee down a little bit. You should feel it. And you're gonna come back up to standing. And you're just gonna walk your feet apart a little bit so that they're still like super duper square. It's almost like as far as you can go into a split with like insanely square hips, so it won't be very far. Like for me, I'm like here. And we're just gonna hold that for a second. Good, and we're gonna switch sides. So first have your legs fairly close together. We're gonna bend forward. And lift that back leg up to bend and then lower it down. Good, and stand back up. Walk your feet apart more, but keep your hips like super duper square. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna go back to our other leg and sink down into your lunge, but keep that knee off the ground. I'm just gonna do a few bounces here. Good, and then you can relax and let that knee go on the ground. And if you want even more of a stretch, bring your elbows down to the floor. So both my arms are on like the inside of my foot. Good, and now I'm gonna straighten that front leg out. Windshield wiper side to side with pointed toes first. Yeah, then you're gonna do the same thing with flexed feet. Nice, and then you're just gonna point it forward, hold your hands together behind your back, and you're gonna reach up and over. And you can do about 10 bounces here. Perfect. And when you're ready, you're gonna switch over to your other side lunge, knee off the ground. And we're gonna bounce here a few times. I am melting here. It is hot out. And then you're gonna let your bottom knee on the ground. Good, and if you want some more, bring your elbows down. Nice, and now straighten that leg out. We're gonna point to toe windshield wiper. And then flex foot windshield wiper. And then just point your toe forward, hold your hands behind your back, and reach all the way over the top. And do 10 bounces. Nice. Perfect. Now we're gonna go back to our other leg. I know we're going back and forth a bit, but I just like to do it in chunks. And we're gonna go into a pigeon. So have your front leg bent and back leg straight. Nice. And then you're gonna try to walk your hands back a little bit here. You have a really bendy back. You can go as far back as you'd like. I do not. Good, and now I want you to take, so it's my left leg in front, whichever leg's in front, that same hand is gonna try to reach all the way around to grab that foot if you can. If you can't reach, then you can do it with your like opposite side, but I like this way better. And now while you're in this position, I want you to try to my back foot's gonna push against my hand as if I'm trying to lower my foot down, but you're gonna make your hand resist it. You should feel that in your leg, your thigh. Good, and then relax it down. Now we're gonna switch, so my front leg is straight and my back leg is bent in this position. You're just gonna reach forward here. Good, and now while we're all stretched out, let's go straight into that left side split. I'll get a timer, and we're gonna hold it for a minute. So ready in 3, 2, 1. Slide on in. Good. Hopefully you guys are all doing your least favorite leg, so you can enjoy the good leg after. Good, now we're gonna kind of stay in this position. We're just gonna work our way down looking at your body. So make sure your front toes, you don't want them turned in or out. You want them straight forward, toe pointed, your knees facing straight up to the ceiling. As you come back, try to square your hips up as much as you can. This is the part I'm not so good at. And then keep going back. You want your back knee to be facing straight down to the floor, and those back toes to also be straight down to the floor. So your back foot isn't I don't know if you can see, but you don't want it to be turned out like this. You want your feet to be right under. Oh, sorry, that was totally over a minute. Come on out and shake your legs out. You can hug into a ball. That just always feels good to me. All right, now we're gonna go back to our pigeon on the other side. I believe that's where we were. You're gonna hold that and walk your hands back. And then you're gonna bend your back leg and grab it on the side which that leg is in front. So for me, it's my right hand, my right hand reaching behind. And now you're gonna resist. So my back leg wants to push down, but my hand's gonna stop it. So I'm pushing. You should really feel that right up your leg. Good, and relax. You're gonna switch so your front leg is straight, back leg is bent. And you're just gonna reach forward. Nice. All right, we're gonna go into our split. So whenever you're ready, slide into that split. And we're gonna hold it for 1 minute. So again, make sure your toes are pointed. They're not turned in or out, both the front and back. And this knee's facing straight up, this knee's facing straight down. And then try to square your hips off. Halfway there. If you want to take your hands off for the last 15 seconds, you can. And relax. Come on out, hug your legs in. Good. All right, now we're going to do our middle split. So to warm that up first, I want everyone to stand up. And you're going to stand with your feet apart, like a little wider than hip distance. And you're going to kind of plie down into a squat position and try to grab your ankles. So for me, like my elbows and my knees are touching, my hands and my ankles are. You're going to side to side in this position. Good. And now you're going to shoot your hips up and go forward. And plie back down. And then shoot your hips up again. Good. Now you can come sitting in your straddle position. Nice. Throughout all these, make sure your feet don't turn in. So your feet are straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to reach one arm under, one arm over. Make sure both hips are, or like both hip bones are on the ground. And then you're going to turn, bring your nose to your knee. And we're going to go to the other side, one arm over, one arm under. And bring your nose to your knee. Good, now we're going to reach forward to the middle. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to go into our middle split. If you want to shake your hips out before we do that, you can. So we're going to do it for a minute. I'll tell you when we're I'll tell you every 15 seconds. So if you want to do different variations of froggy or one leg straight or the full split, you can do what you please. I'm just going to do the split, but I'll remind you every 15 seconds. So whenever you're ready, we're going to hop out in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I have a blister on my foot. All right, that's your first 15 seconds. And that's 30 seconds. So we're halfway through. "45 seconds, 15 seconds left, so go to your maximum that you can do today. And we're done. So come on forward. I kind of like to rock my hips and kick my feet here. It feels good. Perfect. And come on up. Now I will hand it over to Eric. He has anything exciting to share.
Of course I do. Cheryl,
Eric.
what do you call someone with no body and no nose?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
That was good. Man, I can't believe.
That was so good.
I love these jokes and I miss them when Zooms are over.
Olivia,
Yes.
what do you call a muddy chicken who crosses the road twice?
Muddy chicken. He wanted to get to the other side.
A dirty double crosser.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Eric.